Ladies and gentlemen, Kataps here once again. This is Kataps Farm. We are here this morning to share with you the mistakes farmers do on the first day when their chicks arrive. The mistakes that you do before setting up your brooder. The mistakes that you do during the brooder stage. Mistake number 1. Starting chicks on very big particles of feeds. Now, today we have this trend of pellets. You find the farmer giving chicks big pellets. You can imagine the baby being born. Instead of giving breast milk, you're giving a child sweet potato. They old. What would you suspect? What do you expect? So please give your birds, your chicks, small feeds. But before feeds, what other mistake do you normally do? If I could ask, you would give me the answer. The answer is, you normally give your chicks feeds before glucose. Therefore, today we are saying, give glucose before any other feed. At least when the chicks arrive in the farm, give the chicks 40 minutes on glucose. Or you don't have glucose, can use sugar. What we are looking for is energizer. They have come from far, they have traveled, they have stress. Those should be having at least something to energize them once again. Another mistake you do, guys, you may not do it yourself, but your neighbor does it. Inadequate spacing. We are told that the chicks are small, they should be in a small place. You find somebody has put 100 chicks on a space of 10 centimeters by 20 centimeters, and the chicks are just there. No, let us be serious. We say, if you start, get proper measurements of a brooder. Make your brooder adequate enough for your chicks. That brings me to another point now. If you have a small brooder, it means you will not have enough space for putting heat. We are using brooder pots. If the space is so small, you put just one pot, and it's not enough, because if you have more than 100 chicks, you should put at least 3 pots. One in another corner in the middle, so that the chicks have enough area to move on and enough heat. So, if you are to start a poultry farm and you brought your chicks, consider having enough space for your brooder and enough heat inside. Another mistake farmers do, they replace brooder peppers with tarpaulin or tundubale, or we call it what? These sacks. Please, the brooder pepper is made in a way that it is dry. It takes up that water out. It doesn't get wet easily. But when you put a tarpaulin and the water pours there, the infections start growing and your chicks will die. So please, let us use brooder peppers to cover our husks. When you're starting a brooder, you put coffee husks or any husks. Of course, we prefer coffee husks. Then you add on a brooder pepper. And also, ensure that the room is heated up before you bring your chicks in. Because some of us go to buy the chicks, you come traveling nicely, happy, you reach home, put the chicks outside, you start setting up the fire, maybe it is raining, the chicks are freezing from inside. Please, let us consider making a fire, setting up our fire as early as possible. Before we arrive, let the fire be lit already. You can call somebody on the phone, you say, please help me put the fire inside. Another mistake we do, we farmers, you brought chicks, then you go to the neighbor, you say, no, I brought chicks today, come and see. And then your neighbor comes up with the infections. When you bring your chicks, those are your beautiful young birds. It is you alone, and maybe your worker. Try putting right clothing, that is a uniform for the birds, maybe gumboots, overall, inside. And no one should come and check in. No visitors allowed on the brooder stage, especially for the first 7 days, never. So those are mistakes. And please, if you can afford, try giving them pre-starter feeds. They are very high in digestion, and they have high protein content, which is digestible, so that your birds will grow with enough nutrition in them. Yes, Kataps Farm, we say, start small. Start small, everything you do. So the mistakes you do, people want to start very big. Now, when you start very big, what does it mean? You give them very little space because you don't have the space. When the chicks are overcrowding, overcrowding of chicks in a small place. As farmers, we make a mistake of giving our chicks big drinkers or big feeders on the first day. These chicks have their small feeders, their small drinkers. The big drinkers are meant to be used by big chicks, by big birds. So it is like, let us consider of a child is born. Then you say this child, instead of having breast milk from the mother, you put the baby on a bottle. You can imagine that. You start using a spoon to give the baby on the first day. So our chicks should be given care. They are given small feeders, small drinkers, and they are happy. Do you know that our heat can affect our birds? You put too much heat or less heat. No, the mistakes we do, one of them is that you put too much heat or less heat. When the chicks gather together, it means the heat is small. When they are far away from the pot, the heat is too much. But if they are evenly moving, the heat is okay. So consider your birds having enough heat, moderate heat, not too much, not too small. Ladies and gentlemen outside there, we thank you for being with us always, and we say Katab's Farm will be there on phone. Call me on phone. I'll give you the advice. Give me an email. I'll give you the advice. Never selfish. Whatever you want, we shall share it. What I can give you, I will always give it to you. Thank you for being part of the channel. We love you. Hey, we love you. Please, if you are new here, subscribe, share. Let's enjoy life in farming.